leaders in home wins consecutively. Our referee today, Luc Ramos, Vivian Praderie, Benoit Albert on the touchline. Sébastien Picarones is continuing to weave together a wonderful side here in the Bern-Pyrénées. Pau that looks up at the Pyrenees Mountains and the Spanish border. Kick-off. Joe Simmons gets underway. It's Pau against La Rochelle. La Rochelle playing in white and a knock-on from the visitors already.
First scrum, leave it.
And indeed, a first scrum. Ultain Delaine, the man who went up for it, but got all butterfingerers in mid-air. So Pau already with a chance to impose now at the scrum as Ronan O'Gara takes his place alongside his backroom staff. It's not been the easiest time for them so far this season. Sébastien Picarones is down on the touchline rather than looking on from the perspective higher up. So Thibaut Debagna, first put in for Dan Robson. No all-English half-back partnership today for the men in green. Charged forward by the Samoan international, Tamua Manu, 30-year-old centre, who was heavily involved for his country in the recent Rugby World Cup. Debagna feeds it back out once more into the hands of Lukima Tagitagivalu, the Fijian back row forward. Early phase building into the 22 already. Simmons, delayed pass into the hands of Michael Capelli. I think that's Levani Bottia, is it, going in off his feet into the ruck? Yep. So confirmed by the referee, the Fijian international pitbull tank. Clearly not quite agreeing with the decision. Scored his first try of the season last week, did Levani Bottia, in the big win against Toulouse. A real morale lifter, that result. So then, top 14's top points scorer and top points kicker, Joe Simmons, with his first chance to extend on his 126 points kicked so far. Well, it's squeezed in, but it's good. And Pau already in front. So then Sam Whitelock here leading ready to receive the kick from young Hugo Royce. It's Luke Whitelock, though, who takes it, and he's backed up by his older brother in the ruck. They're complaining that La Rochelle are interfering on the ground. So recycle again. Can't underestimate the excitement or over-underestimate the excitement generated by Sam Whitelock's arrival. Already they were doing much better than usual without him. They're hoping that his immense pedigree, success, experience, leadership will give them that little X factor they need amongst the forwards. Good defending so far, though, from La Rochelle in this particular passage of play. Pau not really getting anywhere at the moment, so they're going to resort to the kick. Taken by Brice Dula. La Rochelle fullback, Kerr-Barlow. Feeds it into Reda Wadi. He took a more high-profile role at the recent World Cup against Sam Whitelock's New Zealand. thanks to an injury to the loose head prop Cyril Bai. Big take by Jack Maddox, back in the side today. 26-year-old Australian fullback. Very much a man who, amongst those carrying the most and running the most meters in top 14 so far this season. Ball back though with La Rochelle, tackle called. Kerbarlo, slow ball. Big hit by the huge 21-year-old Georgian Alexander Kuntelia. Georgian under-20 international. ...135 kilos of him racing into the gain line. Nicely taken by Maddox again and squeezed out there too. Joe Simmons saw a chance there to use a little bit of his skills and fed in Theo Atasugbe, who's been very exciting this season, either at full-back or today at left wing. However, that's been given away. Reese Hewitt, who was originally on the bench today before the, what I assume was an injury pre-game to Becca Gorganadze. Australian black row forward, though, has given La Rochelle their first chance to kick some points. There's an awful lot of talk about young Theo Atasugbe, just 19 years old, but he's playing with maturity, a lack of fear, imagination, and an elusivity that many sides have found quite hard to stop, but there, all for nothing in the end. Hugo Royce, then, with a chance to kick. $50 points for him so far in this top 14 season, and make that 53 in the first points to La Rochelle, cancelling out the point scored by Simmons a few moments ago. Weenie Antonio on the bench today, the tight head prop, appreciating what his much younger teammate has just done. So Simmons off and running again, both sides on the board, 3 apiece. Higher West is the fly half on the bench for La Rochelle, as Jack Maddox again takes it comfortably in the air. Feeds off to Tamua Manu. Dubanya. Capelli. Capelli helped forward by a couple of front row forwards, including Siegfried Fischerhøj. Recently scored his first try of the new season as well. However, here come La Rochelle Dula out wide into Dylan Ledds. Dylan Ledds always a man that La Rochelle can count on the big stage. Nicely out once more into the outside centre, Unipano Seteni. Curve Barlow. Royce, advantage called. And the referee decides there's no advantage to the European champions and advances them forward to the penalty line.
Super, merci. 3 verts hors jeu. Capitaine. Tentez.
Sebastian Boboul, you saw there pacing around. The backs coach, and it was nicely done. Maybe slightly behind Dylan Ledds, but Poe were managing to feed across quite nicely until they gave away the penalty. La Rochelle so pleased to have Gregory Aldrich back in the side, one of the last to return to action after the Rugby World Cup, and Hugo Royce, almost a smile passing across his lips there as he lines up this second penalty and a chance to put La Rochelle in front and absolutely down the middle. And it is indeed 6 points to 3 to the visitors. Well, quick 5 points on both sides, already 9 scored in the game, but it's La Rochelle who have the advantage at the moment. Barely 10 minutes played. Joe Simmons with over twice as many points scored as his young counterpart on the other side, as Greg Aldrich takes and carries. Barlow. This time the kick from Royce. Looking for territory, looking for space, but he's only found Joe Simmons. Simmons will send it back where it came from. 10 minutes gone, and no tries yet. 3 penalties, all have been converted. Brice Dulin on the attack. That's good counter-rucking. And a penalty given away by Sam Whitelock. Just going a little early, whilst the ball was still in the ruck. Sam Whitelock, over 150 caps now. First to reach that for New Zealand. Only the great Richie McCaw has got more wins in the All Black jersey than he has. And of course, the club competition, his honours list is huge as well. 7 Super Rugby titles. Now looking for a first Top 14 crown, as indeed a Poe. Levani Bottia, though, charges forward and goes straight into Luke Whitelock. Barlow recycles into Simeli Dornevuku. The youngster lost the ball, though. There's a knock-on in the middle of all of that. And it means a put-in to Poe. Judical Cancore, the new signing this season from Clermont. Looks like he might have been involved in that knock-on. When Barlow came round the corner and, well, it was a provoked knock-on, shall we say, a big hit from Nicolas Carato, the former French barbarian, playing at tight head prop today on the other side of the scrum to Siegfried Fischihoy. His backup on the bench today is the Tongan international, Siate Tokalahi. Here is Levani Bottia. Still down as a centre, as well as being a number 7. One of the most destructive and creative rugby players in the world. And yet not a shoe-in to start for his country. Yeah, leaving too much space between the front rows, says the referee. Wants them just to be a little, just to crouch down a little bit closer to each other. What's Joe Simmons want there? A little word with Sam Azalea. They are debating the possibility of a crossfield kick.
Flexion. Lié.
That's surely going to... Oh, hello. I was just about to say surely that's going to go to Poe, but he's decided that... I think the assistant on the far side has said that Siegfried Fischihoy was responsible for that. He was about to give it to Poe, I'm sure. And then a late intervention from that far side. And it means that Hugo Royce will have another opportunity here to kick for points. Well, you make that one out. Well, that did not go down well at the Stade d'Amour. Two for two for the moment. Continuing to build his reputation. Ihaya West has been the man who's been fly half in recent years, but another good kick, and it's a 9 points to 3 lead now. That's from Steenkamp, the scrums coach, on the right of your screen, watching on impassively. So then underway again. Oh, he's having trouble again, is Delane. It's a couple of high balls that Ultan Delane has got wrong at the top of his jump. Turnover ball, Dubanya out to Simmons. Simmons turns back inside, Luke Whitelock avoids the hit from Judikel Kankore. Carried forward again. Dubanya sees it. Whitelock, Sam Whitelock, fed out by Manu. Atisogbe always likes to skip off both feet. And a knock-on advantage. Sébastien Bouboul with the applause from the sideline. Yeah, he almost managed to pick that ball away. Atisogbe tried to step back inside and ended up just becoming a little bit isolated. Gregory Aldred, as always, over the top of it, but just let it go at the last minute and it turned into a knock-on instead of a turnover. Not often that he makes a mistake like that in such conditions. La Rochelle's away support in full voice as usual. Early part of the season is just about getting yourself really in position to be in the top 6 at the end of the season. You can't always be perfect every year. Toulouse were second in the table at the end of the regular season last time out behind Toulouse and ended up second to them at the end of the campaign as well, and the referee sees no advantage and so comes back. Penalty to Pau against Alexandre Kuntelia, the Georgian tight head prop for La Rochelle. There he is.
Capitaine, choix. Votre choix, s'il vous plaît.
Georgia does have a habit of pumping out impressive front row forwards. Going for the corner. Decided that they have had enough of just the penalty kicks. They're going to go for the full 5 or 7 points. So then line out driving maul to come, no doubt. In he comes, taken by Sam Whitelock. They've gone for an alternative move instead. It's out to the inside centre to Muamanu. Open play, here they come. Tagi Valu, Dubanya, Luke Whitelock. He's hit hard by Terra. Look at that from the scrum half, although he did have some help behind him by a slightly bigger man, I think. Dubanya, though, keeps it going. Fischerhoy runs into Aldrit. Aldrit won't be able to take that as Sam Whitelock comes in as well. Back again to Tagi Valu, hand off to Capelli. The second row forward inside the 5-metre line. Here they come, Luca Ray, the hooker. Edging towards the line, the white defence at the moment holding. Crabbing sideways, Will Skelton trying to come through the front. Up to the line. Just half a metre to go. Poe on the edge of the first try of the game. Forward by Hewitt. Pushing. Can't get there. Pressure. More pressure. Up to the line again. Sam Whitelock looking to see where everybody else is. This will be a great place to get his first try for his new side. Dubanya, delayed pass, all the way out. Azela, wrapped up by 2 La Rochelle players, and the referee has finally decided that there is no more advantage to be had for the men in green, and Azela can't believe it, but it will still be a penalty to Pau. 3 tries already for Samuel Azela, the Spanish winger for Po this season. Well, it's pretty close in terms of territory and possession. Sam Whitelock busy giving a debate on how they do the line out there as the Po players took their line out. There might be their turnover ball here. La Rochelle might have stolen this. They have. A little bit of lack of concentration from Po, and they've handed an attacking possibility away. Maybe they should have gone for the 3 points after all. Barlow high, Atasogbe is underneath it and decides to leave it. Saw Teddy Thomas bearing down on him. 11 years his senior. You see here, not quite sure what happened. Sam Whitelock was busy talking to the forwards, and Joe Simmons, I'm not quite sure what happened there. It was almost like the ball became very, very hot and he just bundled it up into the air. Wasted opportunity. 20 minutes gone, no tries. And Alexander Kuntelia is needing some treatment on a finger by the looks of it, the young tight hood prop for La Rochelle. Series of injured. And of course, La Rochelle also missing the likes of Jonathan Danty, who was sent off against Stade Francais just before the new year, handed a 2-week suspension by the LNR's disciplinary committee, standing on the chest of Stade Francais South African centre Jeremy Ward. Thomas Laveau is also suspended, the second row forward. Also missing still the forwards of Georges-Henri Collomb, Paul Boudent, Johan Tonga. Antoine Hastoy also missing as well. So the usual starter for La Rochelle. De Bagna's got that. Slightly loose pass, but the scrum half tidies up. Fissihoy is going to play scrum half, whilst the usual one is on the floor. Tagi Valu. Once again up to the 22. Inside by Manu. Stolen, though, away from him by Donavuku. And then kicked away on the full. Well, good work from the youngster initially, but then he got a little bit excited. Only 18 years old. Youngest player on the field. Well, it was a terrific grab, but then just got too excited. Very much a learning process for the teenager, as that's taken by Tagi Valu very well indeed. De Bagna out to Simmons. Simmons feeds it into Azela again. Azela runs into a wall of La Rochelle defenders as it feeds out to Luke Whitelock. Simmons now, little dink kick forward. Atasogbe on the attack. Teddy Thomas might not get there, and neither will Dylan Leeds. But Leeds gets there in the end and avoids the try, but the crowd, I think, thought that Atasogbe might have managed to get there. Lovely kick from Simmons. Well, I think they're questioning whether or not this ball is actually touched down, but it clearly is. And if anything, Atasogbe tugged away at the shirt of Leeds. Sogbe has it. Luke Whitelock. Back come Po. De Bagna. Capelli's there, so too Fissihoy. Loose head prop runs into Kuntelia. That's going to be offside. Not rolling away by the Georgian again. And this time you can see what Sebastian Picarones wants, definitely the posts. If they'd taken this last time, it would have been, this would have been for 9-all. Fissihoy going down, he was initially well tackled, but Kuntelia got himself on the wrong side. So then Simmons went for the corner last time. Now Top 14 is top scorer this season. Looking to extend his lead further. And bring Poe back into it, which he does. 3-point gap now. Poe 6, La Rochelle 9. A tightly balanced first half with barely anything to split the two at the moment. All over the park in possession, territory, points. Hugo Royce gets us underway once more, and he's gone out on the full. A mistake there for the youngster will bring them back for a scrum on the halfway line. A little bit of reassurance for the 19-year-old from a teammate. France under-20 international this year. Six Nations matches against Ireland's youngsters, Scotland's and England's. First season since arriving, or second season since arriving from Union Bordeaux-Bègles last campaign. La Rochelle haven't had a scrum yet on their own put-in. So far, all the knock-ons coming from the visitors. Thibaut Debagna delivers the ball. It's collapsed and the referee says play it anyway. Taken on by Jack Maddox. Simmons. Simmons wrapped up by Greg Aldrich. Fortunately for the Englishman, he's got teammates around him to make sure that it stays in Poe's possession. Capelli forward. Debagna recycles once more. Out by Gaeton. Man who had such an amazing season scoring tries last season. That is Sogbe lovely. Gaeton out wide, dropped by Hewitt. La Rochelle with the advantage. Back comes Teddy Thomas, the former Racing man. Still going, trying to find that gap between the defenders. So the advantage is over. That shows how good the run by Teddy Thomas was. Fed on. Oh, and Azela might be through. Brought down by Donavuku, perhaps. Gaeton, that might have gone forward. Hewitt won't be allowed to put down the try. Well, Samuel Ozela is still down as the men watch on. I think the referee's going to take a look at the video footage to see whether there was any foul play here by Semeli Donavuku. Looks like the Spaniard has come down on his shoulder. It's possible that this could be seen as a penalty try. Oh, that's a yellow card coming. That's a trip. Well, that's what you see in football, not rugby. Well, it's the youngster, the 18-year-old, just getting a little bit headstrong there.
Derrière, le jeu a continué, il y a eu à l'avant. Donc on va revenir sur la pénalité.
Well,
Capitaine,
surely that's preventing a... I mean, Azela is so quick that he could well have been away for the try. Yeah, no surprising, a yellow card coming for the youngster Semeli Donavuku, the 18-year-old Fijian. Well, he's very much at the beginning of his career and a rather harsh learning curve already. No penalty try, though. The referee has decided that an imminent try was not prevented. So instead, it will be a penalty, and Joe Simmons will have a chance now to level up the scores. Well, it all came really from an injudicious attempt to offload by Quentin Lespiac, the hooker that played his teammates into trouble. Rhys Hewitt thought he was going to go over, but there was a knock-on in there, so that part couldn't have counted. Simple enough, and we are at 9 points apiece in the first half, and Samuel Azela, who was tripped, is back on his feet, if limping slightly. Well, one could argue that La Rochelle have got away with one and not got away with one at the same time. Didn't get away with losing a man, but did get away with not giving away a penalty try. I don't know about you, but I think that Samuel Azela there got the ball away. He's very much quicker than everybody else around. He would have run in for the try. Dubanya. Now on the throat of Brice Dulin. He kicks it back where it came from, and it's out on the full. Second time that La Rochelle have done that. Good judgment by Jack Maddox from the kick from his opposite number. Oof, yes. Hit the line, that's in touch. So back they come into the La Rochelle. It was really well judged with him moving laterally like that. Great awareness of where he was. Luca Ray into the hands of Tagi Tagivalu. Dubanya. Forward by Manu. Jack Maddox out to Atisogbe. Azela on his feet again and in possession. Brought down well, though, by Souteni. Luke Whitelock to Simmons. Simmons' kick is charged down. Dubanya, though, recovers the loose ball. Atisogbe tries to run off again. Is brought down by Judikel Cancorier. Simmons. Manu out wide. Gaetan. Hewitt has come into the back line and has managed to beat a couple of tackles, including that of Hugo Royce. Dubanya into the hands of Nicola Carato. Pressure building again. Tagi Tagivalu joining in and bouncing off of Teddy Thomas. Brought down, though, by Will Skelton. And there's an offside in the knock-on. And it means turnover ball to La Rochelle, and they've held strong there as we hit the 30-minute mark. 9 points each, no tries so far at the Stade du Hameau, but plenty of aggressive play. One yellow card that sees Semeli Donevuku on the naughty boy step for another 6 minutes or so. Hugo Royce, always a very welcome eventuality for any team that's down a man when they can kick the ball a long way from their own try line. Was Gaetan out to Hewitt. Hewitt stepped back inside, and it was all going really well here at this point. Lespiac into Cancorier's arms, and he sets up the driving maul. Good little push, though, by Poe, just as they wanted to get going. That's one stop from the referee. Kerbalo won't wait for a second. Forward by Lavani Botia. Kerbalo looks around and sees that Gregory Aldrit is available. Kerbalo, the ball was out, so Fischer was allowed to go after it. Royce inside, Aldrit once more. He ran into two men, including Sam Whitelock, and didn't go any further. Redawardi, the loose head prop. First player. However, Luke Whitelock is now off his feet, so then told to stop by the referee from Jackling. Delaine almost getting round the corner of Oh, and going in off their feet. Second man into the ruck. On the attacking side, hands over possession. Yep, stay on your feet, says the referee. Here it comes, there. Teddy Thomas just putting a knee down. So the eventuality that a team that is lacking a man really doesn't want to see the ball kicked up to their own 22. Still 4 minutes on the sin bin to come. Poe need to take advantage of this. Oh, there's Isabelle, one of the best-known faces on French television with regards to rugby. That's a tackle. Dylan Lades goes down the right side, recycles, Reda Wardy. Good tackling by Poe, pushing them back where they came from. Trying to set up maybe the turnover ball, but La Rochelle have managed to keep that ball on their side. Sam Whitelock is the man that the referee is saying stop to.
No.
Not that he's going to. Can we play it, was the question. The referee just looked at Debanya and said no.
Stop, guys.
Maddox. Full-back now, getting a little bit of steam past Sutani. And the offload as well to Capelli. Atis Sogbe hit by Levani Botia.
No.
It's not the first man to feel the full force of the Fijian at full flight. And the mark called by Brice Dula ends that little piece of excitement.
Bonjour. On y va, s'il vous plaît.
A little push from Will Skelton against Sam Whitelock, the Wallaby and the All Black. Wallaby didn't enjoy very much being captain of Australia at the recent Rugby World Cup, where they failed to get through the group stage for the first time ever in that competition.
C'est bon?
Of course, the All Blacks went on to the final. But just as many tears at the end of that as well, as they just failed to overcome South Africa. Can't wait for when Racing play Poe. And Sam Whitelock can renew his hostilities with Sia Khaleesi, who, like the big All Black, came over to France after the Rugby World Cup had finished. That was young Atis Sogbe playing a scrum half there.
Stop.
Debanya back on his feet. Coming up to the last 5 minutes of the half, that's gone a bit too far and be called mark by Teddy Thomas. Just a bit too much on that kick. Needed it to be just outside of the 2020 of the 22. Teddy Thomas just checking that it's the right mark. Kept in the field by the winger. Jack Maddox will come back the other way, centrally. Could be another mark, this. And is. What a wasted kick. And the crowd, you can hear, not happy with those tactics.
Allez, Blanc. Allez, on y va, s'il vous plaît. Garde le rythme. Ici.
Merci. Sur moi!
Over comes Nicola Carato for a little word with Luca Ray. Don't know why that made me laugh. Ray in. Hewitt tries to grab, but it's been taken by Judical Kankore. And the first line out against the head in the game. Back the other way, Teddy Thomas takes it. Offloads to Kerbalo. Will Skelton charges forward, and it takes two Po players to bring down the big Wallaby. Ripped away. Oh, Tagi Valu there taking a risk. So too Ray. Sevens rugby suddenly breaking out here at the Stade du Hameau. Azela. Tackled by Dylan Leds. Karato. Out by Simmons. Manu. It's nicely judged. Bounced a metre infield, and out it goes, and meanwhile, young Someli Donivuku is about to come back on again. That was the first steal then. The big hands of Judical Concoré stealing it away from Rhys Hewitt. There's been no holds-barred rugby so far. Haven't really seen any real breakout players yet, though, from the backs. It's good defence all the way through so far. No tries, just 3 penalties each. And that's bouncing all over the place. And it's kicked away. Jack Maddox. Excuse me, it was Debanya with the kick forward. However, Teddy Thomas managed to rescue that for La Rochelle, but Po trying to counter-ruck their way over the top of the ball. Good defence this from Po, trying to turn defence into attack. Torreira Kerbalo, though, can see the ball. And as the safety of the caterpillar off the back of the ruck. That has gone into touch. Atisogbe has a little look around and decides, nope, no real advantage to taking that one quickly. With a minute and a half to go until half-time. Kerbalo's going to need a new shirt by the looks of it at half-time. So Karato delivers the instructions again to Luca Ray. Nicely done. Tagi Valu takes it cleanly, and away goes Michael Capelli. He's got a little bit isolated. They've suddenly realised, and Rhys Hewitt is the first to arrive in support. Tagi Valu again. Runs into 3 players. Oh, and it's been ripped away by Levani Botia. Oh, and it's come back the other way again. How did that get back onto the post side? Luke Whitelock has it. Simmons. Maddox. Out to Azela. Azela cuts back inside, and the first try through Teddy Thomas. 4th try for his new club this season. Almost a try every other game now for the Spaniard. And the first try comes inside the first minute, the final minute of the half. Nicely taken, they got it right at the line out. Michael Capelli made the break through the gain line. And from there, Luke Whitelock carried it on. Good work by Gaetan just to keep the structure there going. Out by Maddox. Azela comes back inside. It's not the best tackle by Teddy Thomas. But it puts Po in front on the half-time hooter. Well, ironically, Joe Simmons has missed the conversion. But a half-time relegation since they came up to the top flight, not so many years ago. Just trying to consolidate, which they seem to have done. Sebastian Picarones has come in and has brought them an extra edge and just taken that development on even further. La Rochelle are further forward in that development, 2-time European champions. 2 finals in the last 3 in top 14. Referee blows the whistle, we're underway, and Po lead by 14 points to 9 as Jack Maddox takes the first catch from the kickoff and sends it back into the hands of Brice Dulin. Gregory Aldrit now, the captain of La Rochelle, tries to go into Emilia Gaeton. Oh, that's a terrible pass from Kerr Barlow, and Siegfried Fischerhoy has turned the ball over already. Gaeton. Dubanya, nice little turn back inside, delayed. He can't get it past Teddy Thomas. Was that forward? Referee has not signalled. Aldrit once more. Tries to go past Fischerhoy. And indeed past the second row forward, Michael Capelli. Taken on by Kuntelia, the 21-year-old Georgian tight head prop. Now it's the loose head prop, Reddy Warder. Much older at 28. Hugo Royce, no way through there. Nice hit by Joe Simmons, the fly half. Will Skelton taken down by Luke Whitelock, the captain of Po. Kuntelia once more, still on his feet, still going and pushing over the 10-metre line. Kerr Barlow wide. And it goes to the man who was sent to the sin bin in the first half, Donivuku. Oh, that's Tagi Valo. That was silly. That was silly.
Faites un appui sur des joueurs. Supportez pas le poids du corps. Numéro 6.
Right in front of the referee as well from the Fijian blind side flanker. Not the start that Po would have been looking for. So, an immediate opportunity here for Hugo Royce to reduce that 5-point lead. Would have been a 7-point lead, but for the miss by Joe Simmons at the conversion. Hugo Royce has hit all 3 so far. And on target again. And it's just a 2-point game at 14 points to 12. Po still leading, but it's back to being as tight as it was for much of that first half. That score greeted by a bit of silence inside the Stade du Hameau. Joe Simmons gets us underway once more then. 14 points to 12 to Po as the Utain Delaine catches it for La Rochelle. Tara Kerr Barlow rummaging around for it. Reda Wardy runs straight into Tagi Valu. There's the 2 sides. Sam Whitelock in his home debut today. Joe Simmons thought that might go out on the full. I'm not sure it did. It's a great kick by Hugo Royce. Few mistakes here early on in the second half by the home side. La Rochelle with a great opportunity here in an attacking position on the edge of the 22. It's a long way in. More hope than expectation, I think, there.
2 mètres.
Nevertheless, Po have the throw in. Luca Ray throws it towards Sam Whitelock, who can't get it. And it's picked up by the big Australian Will Skelton. Forward come La Rochelle. It's all going well for them at the moment at the beginning of this second half. Reda Wardy looking for a man to give it to. Dubanya's not allowed to jackal. He's not completely on his feet. He's also too late to arrive. Barlow, Aldrit. Aldrit trying to punch a hole in the green wall. Donivuku up to the 5-metre line. Kept alive by the scrum half. They are trying to jackal it away though. Po are. Lavani Bottia, fresh off his try against Toulouse last weekend. Trying to move forward once more. Skelton going for the line. just a metre away. Over the top by Carvalho. He can't get there either. Salmon caught by a grizzly bear as he jumped over. Didn't make it. La Rochelle, though, still in position to go over. Up by the post. Post not enough now to give you a try. It just becomes an extra defender. Over they go. Judical Kankouré touches down. And the try scoring back row forward scores La Rochelle's first try of the game and puts them in front in the second half. Well, we saw Pau do this in the first half. La Rochelle doing the same thing to them at the beginning of the second. It all started when Sam Whitelock was unable to collect the line out. Will Skelton took it on and set the platform for La Rochelle to come forward. And once here, nice little ball off the base of the ruck by Gregory Aldrit, and his fellow back row forward, Kankouré, was there to touch down easily. The extras from Royce, and La Rochelle go in front, and Michael Capelli looks like he's going to play no further part. Well, forward power provided by a sturdy back. Sameli Donavuku trying to make up for that yellow card in the first half. Delane is collected safely this time. He had a couple of times in the first half where he was unable to collect the high ball from kickoffs. Royce, Redawardi out by Dulin. Nicely done again, and Bottia. Carvalho told to get on with it. Royce. Beautifully taken by Simmons and finds Luke Whitelock. The Pau captain now sets off and runs. Beats a couple of men. Brings Pau's attacking line forward. Tackle called. Who's got the ball here? Durbanya has. Looks like Fabrice Metz has come on. The lock forward by Manu. Cloudar claiming high ball. Tagi Valo into Azela. Referee spotted the high tackle and is going to come back for the penalty. Little nod of contrition from Will Skelton. 3 Pau substitutes about to come on. It was Emilien Gaetan who started it all off. Then Manu, and you can see there a real close horse of a tackle on the Pau inside centre. Tagi Valu getting a little magic spray on the right knee. Got quite a hit there as he was trying to offload. Well, in the first half, Pau decided to try and go for the corner to try and get the maximum. They've decided better of it here at the beginning of the second. Successful. And Joe Simmons ensures that the scoreline remains close. Yep, which means that going to be an all-new front row for Pau coming on. On comes Yuri Dumel at hooker, Remy Seneca at loose head, and Siate Tokolahi at tight head as Karato coming off. The man whom the Tongan will replace.
On est dehors.
Est-ce que je peux changer? Est-ce que je peux y aller?
Derrière les pieds. Arrêtez ça, s'il vous plaît.
Tight game as Brice Dulin takes it on and feeds it into Gregory Aldred. He is brought down, though, by Sam Whitelock. Kerbarlow, Royce, Delane, out wide by Sutani. Here comes Dylan Lades, booting up some speed on that far side. Just pushed back by, Cancare. Cancare's on the run again, and he's up to the line. Just held away by Sam Whitelock and Joe Simmons, and it's been ripped away by Poe. Didn't see who was on their feet to enable that to happen, but Poe have scrambled it away to touch. Nathan Decan is about to come on, the 25-year-old centre. Well, it was an expansive move here for once from La Rochelle. Sutani out to Dylan Lades. He had a bit of space in front of him, saw the kick. Nicely judged as well. It gave Brice Dulin a chance. Manu was there to start with. Cancaire almost to the line. Just held up.
Reprise du temps.
And then somehow Poe came away with it. Quentin Lespaek sets up the driving maul. Tagi Valu is the man who's had to succumb. That's why Martin Pouet has come on. In the end, that magic spray was not quite enough. Levani Botia lets go of it. Royce. Oh, Atis Sogbe is caught up with Dylan Lades. Little bit dangerous by La Rochelle. They have, though, managed to retain possession. Sutani. Tipped kick, picked up by Simmons. Atis Sogbe has found space. That's a decent kick. Oh, he's just drifted into the 22, which is unfortunate. And away it comes from Brice Dulin. That doesn't find touch either. Manu charges forward, brought down by Aldred.
C'est le point de chute. Point de chute du ballon.
It's a foul and a penalty given against Aldred. He must have still been offside from the kick.
Il faut être à 10 mètres du point de chute du ballon. Le ballon fait un rebond. Il faut qu'il recule. Il a reculé.
Well, he's saying he's not 10 metres away, but I'm struggling to grasp that one, I've got to be honest with you. In it comes in, first line out from Remy Seneca. Forward by Manu. And he's held on. And the ball transfers to La Rochelle. Well, the dangers are getting isolated. Sometimes a run can be just too good. Either you punch all the way through to the try line, or you need some support. It's not often Levani Botia needs to take a knee. It's usually him forcing others to do that kind of thing. There he is, number 7 at the back, taken by Sam Whitelock. Very nicely done, well executed. Training ground move from the line out to bring Manu into it. We can see there is that they didn't have support. Ezela went to the wrong side, didn't back up his teammate immediately.
Pouvez continuer?
And he knew immediately that that was going to be turnover ball.
C'est bon? Allez.
Varney Bottier has played 14 times this season. The Rugby World Cup, the European Cup and Top 14. Only got his first try last week though. Helped Fiji reach the quarterfinals of the Rugby World Cup, knocked out by England. Judical Cancorier's done really well there, and that's a great tidy move by the entire pack of La Rochelle, advancing 20 metres or so down the pitch in one smooth movement. Back the other way from Kerr-Barlow, little kick through, little too long. Azalea's picked it up, and now a chance for the counter-attack from Poe. Outside the 22, so Brice Dulin can't call the mark this time. Back it comes again, long. Jack Maddox takes it. He decides that he wants to kick from outside of the 22. Royce. Back it comes again, low. La Rochelle doing much better in the statistics in the second half than they did in the first, almost reversing those figures that we saw after the first 40 minutes. Kicking battle continues, Jack Maddox. Brice Dulin thought about the mark, in the end decides against it. And it carries on again underneath the foot of Joe Simmons. Back onto the right foot. And in the end, he decides that he'll go for touch. Oof. Well, that's a terrible result for Poe. Yeah, because he must have touched the ball outside the 22. Which means that even if he kicks it from inside the 22, he can't kick it straight into touch. So La Rochelle, the big winners out of that kicking battle. Varney Bottier, meanwhile, is still needing some treatment here on his right knee. This doesn't augur well for the La Rochelle man. I think La Rochelle have had to redo how they do the line-out because of that. Cancourier takes it and sets up another driving maul. Lesbeck has it at the back. Not quite as free-flowing as the last one. Better resistance coming from the hosts. So they decide to head out into a different tactic. Souteni. He's got Decron hanging onto his ankles. Lesbeck. Kerr-Barlow, quick ball, Will Skelton driving forward again. The big man is taking 3 men to bring him down. Kerr-Barlow again, Lesbeck again, the hooker heads into contact with Manu. Manu wanted to jackal, but he lost his footing, put a knee down, and that was the end of that. Reda Wardy takes it on for La Rochelle. Kerr-Barlow, another big hit from Will Skelton. We saw that at the Rugby World Cup as well, time and time again, pounding. Brice Dulin's let it drop, but it's gone backwards. However, he's lost the advantage. And means that the referee will come back for a previous infringement against Poe. Tamua Manu playing the ball on the ground. Referee wants the Poe defenders to get back 10 metres, which meant going on to the try line, but in the end, it's going to be a pot shot at goal. Becoming more and more tense, this game. Well, more of the pressure in this second half coming from the visitors, who have not won away at all this season. Pierre Bouguerit there, still injured, one of many La Rochelle players who are out of action at the moment, the hooker. Meanwhile, on the pitch, Hugo Royce looking to make it a 5-point game again, which he does. La Rochelle leading by 22 points to 17. As Lavani Botia looks like he's going to have to succumb to the injury. Well, that's a blow to La Rochelle. They've lost a real weapon at the breakdown. That's bounced off of... no knock-on, though, according to the referee. Taken on by Ulipano Suteni for La Rochelle. Carvalho told to get on with it. Ployer has come on to replace Botia. Jack Maddox, safe as houses again, taken down by Teddy Thomas. Dan Robson has come on at scrum half for Thibaut Dubagna. For Poe, there he is again, the Englishman. So it's an all-England half-back partnership at the moment. Former Wasps man playing with a former Exeter man now. Robson. It's Decron punching forward. Simmons. All behind Gaetan. There was an advantage being played, which is just as well for Poe, because that was a terrible ball by the fly half. Offside. Nathan Decron back off again. And Poe go to just outside. There he is. Nathan Decron back on once more. The former Agen and Bordeaux-Bègles man. We've reached an hour. And Samuel Azela looks like he's coming off too. He is the man who's coming off to be replaced by Decron. You can see there heavy patting on his left knee already. Maybe just looking after him to make sure that he's all right for future games. In it comes then from Yuri Duhamel, the replacement hooker. Robson, quick ball this now from Poe. Quick play, Decron, Robson feeds it back into Luke Whitelock, the captain for Poe. Doesn't get anywhere fast there, so they'll have to start again. Hour gone, Poe 17, La Rochelle 22. One try each. It is very, very tight. We do not know where the points are going yet. Duhamel again. Robson. Seneca, the replacement loosehead prot. Puek. Robson, Decron steps back inside, but Reda Wardy does the job admirably. Seneca. Robson looks around. I wonder whether we'll be starting to see the possibility of a drop goal at some point with Joe Simmons on the pitch. At the moment, though, Sam Whitelock. Roar from the crowd when they realise that the All Black legend had it. Rhys Hewitt, the Australian, open side. And they've lost the ball. Dylan Les can't wait to get hold of it. That's great defence by La Rochelle. Gregory Aldrich immediately over the ball. So good at just getting in there and staying on his feet and isolating the tackle player. Change in the front row then. On comes Tolu Latu at hooker, the Tongan international hooker, and young Louis Pavert, the 20-year-old loose head prop.
Reprise du jeu. Ah, pardon. Laisse-le t'arrêter.
So Reda Wardy off then. Tolu Latu with his first line out. Always over the top of Delane. They got that all wrong in the timing. Picked up by Luke Whitelock for Poe, and all of a sudden it's turnover ball at the line out. Simmons, long pass out to Manu. Jack Maddox. Here's Teo Sogbe. First time he's had a chance to go at pace. Manu again picks up and goes. Robson. Sam Whitelock. There's an advantage here for Poe. No way through for Duhamel. Luke Whitelock. Poe supporters on their team side again. It'll kick over for Simmons, but there's too much on it. I think that Teddy Thomas realised that early on. However, the advantage was still in play, so it's still a penalty to the home side. Taken quickly by Robson. Atasogbe hit hard by Suteni. Well, that little set play didn't work. It didn't look like that was practiced much on the training pitch. However, this is better from Seneca. Robson again now, a little bit of pace being built up. Hewitt recycles. Luke Whitelaw. Tackle by Brice Dulin. The line still holding for La Rochelle. Remy Seneca takes it on, the replacement loose head prop. Robson feeds it into Martin Pouek. Can't get past the 5-metre line at the moment. Slow ball, forwards take it. Fisher-Hoy still on there, Pouek up to the 5-metre line. Poe needs some support here. Dan Robson taking his time, leaving it for the forwards. They are trying to wear down La Rochelle. Rumble, rumble, half a metre made. Martin Pouek is the man starting over the ball. Robson, this on Teddy Thomas. Brilliant interception, a try-stopping interception. Wonderful stuff from the former France international wing. And La Rochelle have literally grasped maybe a winning position from the jaws of defeat there. Still 15 minutes to go, though. Plenty more rugby in this game to be seen as it goes back to Brice Dulin, and he gets rid of it up to the 10-metre line. Or maybe a little shorter than that. But that's huge, that from Teddy Thomas. Lovely worked. You can see there, Decron, Atasogbe ready to take the pass, either one of them. But a huge basketball type rebound from Teddy Thomas. Saves the day for the two-time European champions. Nicely done again, though, from Poe. Decon forward, races past Pavane, but then was brought down by another La Rochelle player. They've stolen the ball as well. La Rochelle, turnover ball, forward by Delane. And Sam Whitelock through as well, so turnover ball twice. And then that will be Will Skelton penalised for offside. Sebastian Picarone sternly saying we want 3 points. There is enough time here. They don't need to go for broke yet. And it's turning into a game of penalties. As a Hugo Orodou strips off and gets ready to come on, the young second row forward. Well, there was the infringement. It's Will Skelton on the wrong side. Sam Simmons there being welcomed to French rugby. The metronomic Sam Simmons carries on. Successful again. And it's 20 points to 22. La Rochelle, though, still in front.
7 verts.
On comes Oradou then. Six feet 7, just 20 years old. How on earth did he grow so fast?
Reprise du jeu.
Up by Royce. It's a 2-point game taken by Sam Simmons. Teddy Thomas going up with the All Black.
Leave it, leave it.
Dan Robson is trying to do a bit of gardening to dig that ball back to the edge of the hindmost foot. Up it goes. Brice Dulin. Another high ball forward. Jack Maddox. Likewise back, just inside the 22. Brice Dulin decides he'll run forward and then hit it low into space. Joe Simmons scampering across to grab hold of it. He looks for an angle into Royce. Dulin again decides he's going to run it this time. Dulin going forward and is brought down by Simmons. Good support. Sutani plays scrum half. Will Skelton. Skelton brought down by a combination involving Siate Tokolate. Out wide by Donavuku. It's a big hit. Kerbalo has it for La Rochelle, though. Ployer. Another youngster in this side, just 22 years old. It's relatively older compared to some of the others around him. Big frustration when the plans don't go according to the way you plan them. As demonstrated by Ronan O'Gara. Vincent Merling there in the front. President of La Rochelle. It's a big hit on Teddy Thomas, who did well to recycle that the right way. Employé. Hit by Chokolahi.
On y va ou on change? Ok? Alors ça va.
Referee wants to get on with it now. So then change at fly half coming with Ahaya West. 31-year-old about to come on for his much younger teammate. Oh, it's not Hugo Royce is staying on, but it is a younger teammate who's coming off, but in the form of Semeli Donavuku, the 18-year-old who was sin bin in the first half, but has come back well from that. Very much part of the learning process for a man at the very much at the beginning of his career.
Flexion. Lié.
Free kick given to Poe. Must have been for early engagement. Decided to go again, trying to turn maybe a free kick into a full penalty. Meanwhile, Guthrie Steenkamp, the South African scrums coach for La Rochelle, is examining some sort of data in front of him.
Flexion. Lié.
Following live how things are going, and it's collapsed completely, and a free kick. It does indeed turn into a penalty for Poe. 10 minutes to go, just under. Are they going to take the 3 and go in front, Poe? They are indeed. So then a bit more of a pressure kick this now for Joe Simmons, but he's well used to them. Meanwhile, Teo Atisogbe gets some pointers from his head coach, Sebastian Picarones. Well, straight down. It's Rini Antonio. So then, 5 successful kicks, 1 unsuccessful kick. That will all be forgotten if he puts this over. He's hit it, it's going, it's going to hit the post, is it? It is. And it rebounds back out. Emilia Gaeton takes it, but knocks it on. So a second miss from the Englishman. And La Rochelle remain in front. It could have turned into a try, and that's what they thought too. Big escape there for La Rochelle. Could go all the way to the wire, this one. Rini Antonio and Yuri Duhamel finding something to laugh about before they engage again for this latest scrum. On opposite sides of that scrum divide. And this time it's Poe engaging too early. Lavani Bottia watches anxiously from the bench, nursing that right knee. Hugo Royce has not found touch. Emilian Gaeton keeps it inbound. Jack Maddox flies past Tolu Latu. Robson. Simmons along the line. Manu. Gaeton cuts back inside again and is brought down by Cancorier. Robson is there though at the base of the ruck, and Poe recycle again, but good tackling that time from La Rochelle. Just moves to gain line towards the Poe half a bit more. Oradou, the replacement lock, trying to engineer some space that Dylan Lays won't accord him. Wilton Deland does well, and Poe are going backwards at the moment. And as you can see, as a result of that, Dan Robson is going to kick. Atisogbe gets there first. Dan Robson, long pass. Joe Simmons, little kick over the top. He thinks he can see an advantage. Bounces once, into touch. Brice Dulin will get there. So too does Emilian Gaeton to stop the quick line out. Heading towards the last 5 minutes now at the Stade du Hameau, who are trying to remain upbeat, but La Rochelle are just gently throttling them at the moment.
Capitaine, arrête du temps. Gardez le rythme en touche, c'est trop long.
Yes, I thought he was going to say something like that. La Rochelle taking too long to come to the line out. Referee time off to say that he wasn't going to stand for it. Tolu Latu also takes his time but finds Dylan. The number 2, or the hooker, has it at the back of that maul, and they're making progress here. This is good work by La Rochelle. It's gone down now. Referee, though, says there's no foul play. Gaeton. Maddox. Maddox steps back inside Sertani and goes past Cancorier, the fullback, offloads as well. Into Puek, the back row forward. Dan Robson away. Maddox again. Oh, he's thrown it into the face of Luke Whitelock, and it's turnover ball. La Rochelle pushing Poe back. Atisogbe's there. He's shown great maturity so far. Here he goes again. He makes a little bit of ground. He let go, got back up. Referee happy with that. More good play again from the youngster. Robson looks around and decides the best option, I think, is going to be the kick. Kerbarlo, scrum half, feeds it out to Royce. Teddy Thomas. Now, what can he do when he gets up a little bit of steam? Brought down well by Decon. And holding onto the ball, isn't he? No, not rolling away from the tackler. So it's Poe that have been penalised. Torreira, Kerbarlo comes away with it. Decron makes another challenge. It's Royce playing scrum half. Weenie Antonio. Brice Dulin straightens up and comes back the other way. Brought down by Pouek, who is quick to get out of the way. Royce, Leds. Dylan Leds decides to go on his own, but is brought down by Gaetan. Kerbarlo. Will Skelton gets past one man. And the offload from the Aussie. Kerbarlo back to Dulin. They're gradually coming forward here. Over the top throw, and Tolu Latu has it back inside. And Teddy Thomas will win it for La Rochelle. Irresistible attacking pressure from the two-time European champions. Heading for the top six after a long gap. Highest they've been this season so far has been 8th. But they are heading in the right direction. Will Skelton bursting through. This was a slow burn of a try. The forwards, the backs involved. Brice Dulin over the top. Tolu Latu, try assister. And Teddy Thomas coming through to make the score. La Rochelle heading for their first away win of the campaign in any competition. And Sam Whitelock heading for his second straight defeat in his 2 opening appearances for Poe. Second La Rochelle try of the game. And the points there, and even Ronan O'Gara now, I think he's satisfied that they've got it. 20-29. It's not even a defensive bonus point for Poe at the moment. Lovely behind the back pass by the replacement hooker. And the French former international, Teddy Thomas, comes up with his first try of the season. So into the last minute. La Rochelle will be determined not to allow Poe to get a defensive bonus point. They're a direct top 6 rival. Sam Whitelock off. Rhys Huet has come back on. They can just run the clock down now. They've done the work. And after a massive performance against Toulouse last weekend, getting a measure of revenge for another defeat in the final to their big rivals at the Stade de France. La Rochelle are now setting their eyes on a date in Marseille, where the final will take this place this year, with the Stade de France getting ready for the Olympic Games. They are gradually coming back to form. Away he goes. A first away win of the season for Ronan O'Gara's La Rochelle. It came away at one of the hardest places to win in top 14, but the 9-match home winning run for Poe is over. 2 tries in the second half for La Rochelle as it finishes Poe 20, La Rochelle 29.